Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Now, this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield.
Here we go, here we go!
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready!
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Richardson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
19 Tiger.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 70. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Hooker got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The Cowboys are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. These two teams all tied after one. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work down inside the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Richardson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, here's Henry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run it again with Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And it's caught. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Henry is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Third and long for Richardson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun. Hooker, this is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 10. A final shot before the half. Richardson going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Inside handoff, Henry. To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Henry again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On third down, here's Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Richardson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now the second-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
To throw on second down, Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. This one is Slayton over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. Richardson to the air on first down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Back to throw. Hooker. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's when they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
19
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. Again, it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Henry up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 73 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second down, here's Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Second and 2. He'll keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game, wait until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Hooker. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
On fourth down, Hooker. Touchdown! Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys,